shoes on my feet, stomping out the negativity. Everybody not a friend of me. Spread the love, still I move deliberately. Bully face on, but the smile be heavenly. Brooklyn girls, so they love the energy, love sincerity. So I take the liberty to take them on a journey lyrically. Through hallways.
Hey, my love, how are you?
I'm amazing. I had to put a shout out there. My mom, I think, likes you more than me.
What's up, Rhode Island? What's good, baby?
I told her, I'm like, you can follow Kitty on Facebook too.
Tell her, because it's all about the next chapter where we discuss shades of gray. At least your mother's watching. I think mine is watching, but I would never know. Sidebar to the mothers. So I got back from Africa. And I'm coming back from the airport, and my uncle calls me, and he goes, "You know your mother's in town." And I go, and he goes, "Well, why don't you call her?" And I was like, she didn't even call me to tell me she was in town. Like, I'm not understanding. So yes, Rhode Island, thank you. Is her last name De Silva?
No, it's Bremen Hebert. Well, that's what it is on Facebook.
Okay, shout out Melissa's mom.
Deanna.
Shout out to Deanna. What's good, baby? So, hey, everyone, we are back. We had 1 week off, so gave you enough time to check out prior content that we've been shooting since we've started this beautiful relationship together. But we are back. Melissa did some traveling. I did some traveling. If you weren't following, you missed out. But I don't know if you could tell from my glow.
Yes.
I just came back from the motherland. Yes, everyone. And I am so excited and so happy because once again, you know, the next chapter is where we discuss shades of gray, and it's been such a experience watching things unfold, watching the power of manifestation actually do its thing, watching Servant Jehovah just do its thing, from my relationship with you to, you know, the trip to Africa to the projects that's coming. Like, it's just been I'm grateful. If and that word for me still doesn't sound enough.
Now, you posted almost 900 pictures about your picture. So we got to experience this trip every single step you took.
Yo, the footage I had to, and I didn't even have to edit this gig. All I had to do is give all the footage to the marketing department. Shout out to Soul City Network. Yo, imagine how much footage this gig. I was so amped when I got back on, what's that, Monday, Sunday? I'm not really sure. I didn't stop working until yesterday, 12 p.m. I went nonstop because I was having problems upload. It was just crazy, but I got it done. So imagine the amount of footage that the client has received. If you guys saw that amount of footage, I promise I'm not conceited. I promise.
Well, it brings me to a point because we talk about, you know, a lot of people talk about the Chris Rock and the Will Smith thing.
Yes.
And when we had chatted, you had talked about, you know, we don't know the whole story behind it, right? Mm-hmm. Because we are just seeing the snippet in time. And maybe it has something to do with, you know, it is just at a point where all our shit is out there, right? Like, you have all your stuff out there. I have my stuff out there. We're in our next chapter of our lives. We're online. We are personalities. Like, you and I on here, we're probably more exaggerated characters of who we are. But people don't see that. And I've worked with people in the reality world, like on reality shows, and so one of the things is that all our stuff is out there. Now what? Like, you and I are dating. People can like listen to our episodes and make judgments on who we are, what we've done, just by like things that we've discussed. And sidebar, I have a hard time watching myself, so I don't remember shit about what I said. This is a PSA for anybody that dates me in the future. You can revert back to this content and I won't know what you're talking about.
Yeah,
But
and
it does open up for people to make comments. Like, I know people have made comments about your stuff.
girl. Yeah, and I think unfortunately that comes with the territory, you know, and you have to kind of, you know, that's why they say this type of, well, every type of work is not for everyone, you know, and it's almost like a sacrifice that that we have to make almost, because you know we're serving a higher purpose, and when serving a higher purpose, you know, you following the call that necessarily wasn't what you set up to do. You know what I'm saying? So it's not like I'm choosing to put my life on a platform. You know, this is something that I'm serving, and I see the benefits to answering this call. You know, I see the benefits to listening to the path that I'm on. So I don't have no regrets about what I'm doing, but it does cause me to think that, you know, possibly I might end up alone because someone else may not want to be on this journey with me, because when does it get too much? You know, if you're constantly getting, you know, great responses and praises, but you also get those negative comments, you know, that's not for everyone. You know what I mean? So that might prohibit someone from dating me. I know it has prohibited. I've heard many men tell me that they won't date me because of my online life, you know what I'm saying? Or my public life, not even my online life, my public life. So I feel like, you know, the situation with Chris Rock and Will Smith wasn't addressed again because the distraction was supposedly the violence. And I'm not saying it wasn't violent, but I wanted to look at a part of the show that was shown but not shown as much as the slap. Do you mind?
Go ahead.
Let's do it.
I'm being called on in my life to love people and to protect people and to be a river to my people. Now, I know to do what we do, you got to be able to take abuse. You got to be able to have people talk crazy about you. In this business, you got to be able to have people disrespecting you. And you got to smile and you got to pretend like that's okay. But Richard Williams, and what I loved, thank you, D. Denzel said to me a few minutes ago, he said, at your highest moment, be careful. That's when the devil comes for you.
Amen. You can cut it. You can cut it. You can cut it. And that's what I feel. So because that's what I feel, I fucking just do my job. You know what I'm saying? I just do my job, and I deal with who's gonna say what, because I know that feeling of having just to like smile and act like it's okay. And I really honestly don't think that he went up. I'm not justifying violence. You know, sometimes you gotta smack a bitch, but it wasn't really him smacking Chris Rock. You know what I'm saying? It just Chris Rock just happened to get it. You know what I'm saying? And it wasn't really him trying to disrespect the Oscars. I think, in my personal opinion, it was a level of frustration. Like, yo, when is enough is enough? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you can make jokes. You're a comedian. Will Smith is a comedian. You know what I'm saying? I don't think he's sensitive to fucking jokes being made. But I think him and Jada, you know, feel like because they are healers, you know what I'm saying? Because they try to show different ways of living, whether it works or not. It's very scary to and be vulnerable to put your business outline. But guess what? By the time we put it outline, we've already dealt with it. We've already been okay. The same way that Hillary, everybody attacked her for staying with Bill Clinton. We don't know what the fuck goes on in their house. You know what I'm saying? How you mad with her because she stood by her husband, because she, you know, you don't know what the years of shit he had to do to make up that, because that was a risk that they took being in the public eye. That was a risk she took, being with a man when women are disrespectful. You know what I'm saying? You, women and men, are disrespectful. You are in positions of power or celebrity or trying to help people like Martin Luther King, but you got motherfuckers throwing a pussy, throwing a dick at you to see if you're gonna fall, if you're gonna be tempted. You know what I'm saying? So now not only do you have to deal with the shit people say, but then you got to deal with the actions of people. And nobody signs up for that. You know what I'm saying? Nobody says, yo, I want to be in the business. I want to be a celebrity. I want to help people so that people can attack me. You know what I'm saying? So I feel for Will and Jada because people talk about them having a open relationship, or people talk about, you know, Jada fucking around with a young dude or their kids or whatever have you. Don't you think that those conversations are had with each other before they put out there? So now they trying to help motherfuckers about shit, and y'all want to constantly tease or joke or make judgment, and they got to sit around and be like, we trying to help. We trying to show love. This man says he wants to be a vessel of love. I want to be a vessel of love, Melissa. And I don't mean to get on my pulpit right now, but I want to be a vessel of love. And I got people coming at me every year now. Every time I come back from something awesome, something life-changing, I get some fucking random woman or man inboxing me, posting on my Facebook. Like, it has not failed. But I remember a few years back when I was doing natural sessions, and this sister named Soraya Parker, she said to me, you know, motherfuckers is gonna come at you. The bigger you are, the larger your light becomes. And I'm questioning her because I'm living in this bubble. You know, love is love. You know, I love everybody. What you mean? You know what I'm saying? I come from a place of love. She like, that's that bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Like, you come from a place of love, but other motherfuckers don't. So just be prepared. And I'm like, you lying? Nah. And then that shit started happening like a roller coaster, Melissa. Like a fucking wave every year. It don't fail. You know what I'm saying? And then other people want to say to me, well, aren't you nervous? Should you, you know, take stuff down? You know, how do you, maybe you shouldn't say so much. Maybe you should have a different page. Maybe you should be quiet. But what does that solve?
Yeah.
All I'm doing is adding to the problem if I be silent. That's not helping us as a people. You know, that's not, people are not going to, because people are distracted by the hit, they're not looking at that part of the post where that man looked frustrated and beat down, that as much work I give you people, as much as talent I give you people, as much as I give you people, all you want to do is fucking attack me and my family. Fuck you. Slap.
Yeah.
Got it. And that's why I think Chris Rock didn't press no charges, because Chris Rock is not one from slander, from not one from people talking about him and the shit that he did with his wife and the shit that he went through as a, he knew. I think he knew what that frustration was about. Same, I watched The View yesterday, and they were trying to attack Will Smith, and Whoopi was like, y'all don't get it. Y'all don't get it. Y'all don't get it. And because we like to piggy bank off of what's going on in the world, you know what I'm saying? This was perfect timing, because people don't get the amount of responsibility and headache that comes when you are in the public eye, because you do leave room for people to say something to you, but you gotta be stronger than that. You can't fold, and you can't be disrespectful where now Will Smith was, because instead of him making a press release maybe and expressing himself, he acts unprofessional. You know what I'm saying?
I think he could have held on and been like, listen, super not appropriate. Like, I held myself back because I want to come up here and smack you. But, you know, do you really think that he didn't know that he was going to get that nomination?
Oh, he knew he was going to get that nomination.
Exactly. Yeah. So I think like he could have folded that in there, you know, instead of getting up there and smacking him and then after saying all this. Like, I think the more appropriate way would have been like, yo, Chris, not cool. You know how it is, like being healers, this is what I want to do.
Right.
And because I don't think Chris Rock knows what Jada's going through and her
Right.
health and stuff
Right.
like that. I think it was an easy, low-hanging fruit. It wasn't meant to be a big deal. And I think it's just a lot of frustration. And I'm sure the family has got to go through so much stress. And, sometimes we attack the people that we know we are the safest with, right? And maybe he knows, like Chris would understand, right?
That's
like
what
you said.
I thought a little bit about that. I did think that.
Yeah, because he knows what it's like. And so, yes, we only saw that small clip and we're seeing the memes and stuff like that now. But just like with everything, there's an entire story behind it. And we shouldn't just take what that 30-second snippets are, because now who else won? There was like other number one great moments. And there were also first time 3 women hosts, which hasn't even been addressed. And it's like because first time in history.
Because that's the other part of the blur, the distraction. The Matrix is programming people to focus on the irrelevant rather than the relevant. You know what I'm saying? So it's not about all of the other acknowledgments. No, it's another part of why this show is so important, to bring the awareness, because we're becoming aware in this next chapter of our life. We have to be acknowledging, we have to acknowledge that people are still being blinded and dumbfounded every day. And the Matrix is taking every opportunity possible. From the Oscars, why? This is a moment that people want to celebrate. We haven't been out. People wanted to get dressed, and you find something in the Oscars to take away, to add to the matrix of bullshit. You know what I'm saying? And then, because they're not discussing the real issue and they're not celebrating the other things, they're distracted by one moment that wasn't even, not even the way that they're putting it out correctly. You know what I'm saying? So I think, when we brought up the topic about, when is it enough? When you put yourself out there, is there a moment that is enough? Yes, it wasn't appropriate. It wasn't the appropriate time, but when do you react? Do you ever react? Do you just say that this comes with the territory and
yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Like, how do you answer that?
I have no idea. I'm not going to be smacking people, though. That's the thing.
Well, I've come close, Melissa, but people be hiding behind fake profiles on my shit, so I can't.
Girl, I have never heard of somebody have so many people with fake profiles coming at somebody. Girl, you should be making way much more money than you are to be this important to these people.
Yo, son, on that note, let's take a moment to thank our underwriters, baby.
See, I don't know you at all, but I'm bout it if you bout it. Don't act like you are doing a favor, but honestly, I swear you're my savior, girl. And I don't know if I'll see you later, so I'm bout it if you bout it.
Skincare takes pride in using natural, nurturing skincare products to make New Yorkers glow and love their skin. For the past 30 years, we have tailor-made skincare regimens for people and their unique skin type. Now everyone can enjoy this service for free. All skin types, all ages. Your skin, your match. Simply go to SadeSkincare.com and sign up now for your free consultation.
Thank you.
I gotta tell you.
Thank you.
When I get a new place, I'm definitely getting some icy murals. Like,
Girl!
those are gorgeous.
Girl. And now the owner of LC Murals is now getting ready to just showcase all of her art herself instead of just curating artists all over the world. Wink, wink, Melissa, NFTs, art, murals, turn your stuff into a decal. Anyway, you know, her stuff like her. This is one of the images that I got, and this is not a decal image, but because I have one over there. But she gave me a suggestion of putting it on the board. Like, yeah, but dope. And we thank them for believing and supporting the next chapter. With oh shit, our shit is out there. We thank the underwriters for their continued belief and support on watching and supporting the next chapter. So yeah, girl, what's the wrap up? What's the lesson to be learned or had in when enough is enough, or when it's time to explode or let things lie or slap a bitch? What's the roundabout?
I think, from my point of view, violence never okay.
Right?
I know. Hands are for loving, not for hitting. I know. My mom right now would be like, girl, I remember when I got you a boxing bag because you wanted to take boxing lessons in high school.
What?
But yes, hands are for loving, not for hitting. But I think that, you know, we need to understand when we get to a point, you know, check yourself before you're posting something online, because there is somebody else on the other side of that account. You know, whether it is Joe Rogan, you and I, you know, there's still a human being on the other side of that account. And I think that we need to remember, like, even though we're in this digital world, there's still a human aspect to it.
Come on, tell it.
That's what we need to remember. And I think from the people receiving it, I have to remember, like, hurt people hurt people.
Girl.
And so
I should put that in a text.
Exactly. And so I think that's what it comes down to, is that this person who's taken all this ridiculous time to make these fake profiles, to be commenting on your shit, that person is hurt. Yeah. And let's wish them well.
Yeah.
And
I believe that's where it comes. And I believe that's where it comes from anyone who sends out negativity to people in the world. You know, I think
Will Smith was definitely hurt.
Yeah. And you can see it.
Mm-hmm.
You can see it. You can see it. And I don't think that was proud of that moment, but I think he was proud of that moment, because it was like, I'm done and I'm putting you all on motherfucking notice. Because the other part that they didn't show as much is when he said, keep my wife out your motherfucking mouth. He wasn't just talking to Chris Rock. He was telling everyone, keep my wife, my family. Yo, it's off. Stop. Stop.
Yeah.
Stop.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Stop. So, you know, the same way that, you know, I responded by not responding, you know, imagine, you know, the amount of, you know, inboxes that come in that aren't posted. You know what I mean? It takes a thick skin, but it also takes faith, you know, because, you know, I can't do this. We can't do this alone. The scriptures, you know, constantly share with us that there's a complete suit of armor that we need to put on. So that complete suit of armor is something that allows us protection. Having the Holy Spirit is to allow us to have the strength to get through such things, because you leaning upon your own understanding, as the scriptures advise us do not do, is going to cause us to react. It's going to cause bad behavior. It's going to cause motherfuckers to slap the shit out of you, because we relying on our own human emotion. And that human emotion allows us to be frustrated because the devil be on your fucking neck You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
You out here trying to do the damn thing, trying to be a husband, trying to be a father, trying to be an actor, trying to be a business person. You got all these things you trying to do, and the devil is just on your neck, on your back. Like, yo, you can't be successful. You can't be happy. You can't. And you gotta, you know what I'm saying? You gotta fucking duck and weave. Like, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? So having faith allows you to deal with that shit. If I didn't have Jehovah in my life, yo, Melissa, I would really be more crazy than I am. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Let's give praises. You know what I'm saying? If I didn't have Jehovah in my life, I would be attacking motherfuckers all day. Who got time for that? So the same way that you get attacked, how you show that you better than that is you keep working, you keep producing, you keep doing what your purpose. You don't fall to what motherfuckers are saying because they irrelevant. You know what I'm saying? That don't mean that shit don't hurt. Like Erykah Badu said, I'm still an artist. You know what I'm saying? I got feelings. You know what I mean?
I thought you were gonna quote, "Come and get your shit."
Well, yeah. But you know exactly. It's like, man, y'all know what to do. It's that time of the show. You know what I'm saying? The time me and Alyssa don't like. You know what I'm saying?
Ma, make sure you share, like, and follow.
Come on now, listen up. You know what I'm saying? And then don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channels, because we keep getting support and building and having our perspective shown to you by you subscribing to our channel, because you know we non-working people, so we gotta get we gotta get. That's why I tell people, yo, if you want to post on my page, you are going to become content. Like, yo. So post if you like.
Post away.
Yeah, post away, because I don't have content on my own. I'm boring. You know what I'm saying? So y'all motherfuckers is just adding shit. But on another note, share your thoughts with us.
And you might be content for us in the future episodes.
But on the yo, I love doing this show with you every week, my sister, because you know, just to give everybody a quick update, you know, these shows were created so that you could get a different perspective and view of our professional opinion of the work that we've been doing over these number of years. And a lot of you guys know us in so many different ways: an artist, a performer, a therapist, a retailer. You guys know us in so many different hats that we wanted to have this show to allow you to get to know our personal experience and professional experience when it comes to dealing with issues that people don't want to talk about. That's why we called it talking about shades of gray, because in this next chapter in both of our lives,
I thought it was because if we mixed each other together, we'd be gray.
You stupid. That part too. But yeah, okay. You know what I'm saying? But because, you know, you guys are entrusting us by traveling with us on these next, you got me blah, 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 on these healing retreats, we wanted to give you guys an insight to us so that you can continue to trust us in the journey when traveling with us. Unfortunately, we're not getting the numbers that we would like. We are getting interest, but not enough for us to continue to promote that aspect of this relationship. We are still
we are going to get together in June.
Yes, right. Hold up, though. But we are still doing retreats, just maybe not together, at least not the ones that's coming up, scheduled coming up. But like Melissa just said, drum roll,
because I'm excited to see Kitty in real life.
Be here in New York. So we are going to put together a meetup where you guys can come and meet the both of us in person. And we are also going to live stream this event when Melissa D comes and have a live in person taping broadcast of the next chapter. So stay tuned for that information. Once again, you know what to do. Like, share, and follow. Subscribe to our channels. Share your thoughts and continue to watch this process of the next chapter as we continue to grow through our next chapter. Another way that you can see what's going on with us is join our Facebook group. You know what I'm saying? Because that gives you more of an insight to us, and you can comment and we can talk back and forth. I don't know how much we're going to talk back and forth, but we try. We try.
Yes.
We try. So on that note, is that a full episode? Are we done?
Oh, we're always over and above for our episodes.
Yes. So on that note, everyone, we love you.
Mwah.
We appreciate you. Don't forget to continue to like, share, and follow. And until next week. Oh, wait. Shout out to StreamYard. We just became an affiliate. Now I got to read what that means.
We will be selling our souls to StreamYard.
No, not. On that note, everyone, continue to be safe out there and watch us on the next chapter where we discuss Shades of Grey. All right, guys, have a great day. Bye.
Legendary ciphers get the MCs in the jobs. The city never sleeps. Slept from 1 to 5 when COVID hit the block and we had to stay inside. Tough love is all I know, so be gentle with my soul. Learn to navigate winters with no coat. If you never been cold, you never been broke. Hustle 24/7 just to stay afloat. So New York, like dollar pizza in the cold. Shit, that real life break from the heart of the city.